Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Mr. Sandman, and today I'm going to go through the latest Halo Wars 2 Vidoc and give my opinion on a few things throughout the video. Before I start, I would like to mention that this is going to be a very cynical critique, so if all you want to hear is sunshine and rainbows, then I'd suggest not watching. Of course, I will be giving reasoning behind my criticisms. Now I'm not going to show the whole thing, so if you want to see it first without me interrupting, I'll leave a link to the video in the description below. So we can skip the very first cutscene as it really doesn't add anything. Instead, I want to talk about the developer team's discussion on what makes an RTS.
If you know the person you're playing, you might know what their favorite tactics are.
You know, you think you got that game wrapped up, and then all of a sudden, two bases go down, another base gets built.
I can get what they're trying to do. They're not even being subtle about it. They're simply trying to envelop the largest target audience possible. And I'll point out more examples of this later on. Now don't get me wrong, I'm all about getting people to buy your game, but from what they're doing, it definitely seems like they're dumbing down or incorporating features to cater to a baseline audience. And for me, as a hardcore Halo Wars player, this just seems wrong.
What we really wanted to do was add layers of depth so that a wide range of players could have a fantastic time.
In the end, after it's all said and done, I'm the sort of player they should be marketing towards, because I'll be playing long after the game is past its use by date. But if the game is made like they referred to in this video, then all that disappears and you get a dead game a few months after launch.
Bring those players in and go, actually, it's not really that complicated.
We already have a wonderful RTS and we're trying to build on top of that.
I think what you're actually trying to say is that we already have a wonderful RTS and we stripped it down to some very basic units and function and remove units which we didn't need to while swapping them with our own shit ones. Finally, we put our own Total War coat of paint on it, have fun with all the bugs.
What's my enemy doing? How am I going to counter-react to that?
All I can think about here in this situation is where noobs will simply build the counter unit to what you build. Oh man, they really know how to express an RTS. That's for 3v3, but I guess what he said could apply to 1v1s. Anyway, this is a bit irrelevant.
They think they've got you, they've got their units coming in, and then you just drop death out of the sky.
I'm pretty sure he's referencing the eradication beam along with the attack pelicans, which in my opinion are just crutches for noobs to use to get out of situations which they wouldn't normally be able to get out of. But hey, what do I know?
We're also doubling down on the size of these environments, so I have the space to get involved in some serious combat.
This was one of the few things I was happy to hear in this video. They're increasing the map sizes. Hallelujah. The ones I played in the beta were very small I thought, so this is a welcome addition. Of course, that could have been a result of them being 2v2 maps, but who knows.
If you want to
Was to make something really accessible that everybody could enjoy.
Whether you're new to strategy games or an RTS veteran.
Yet more examples of them trying to cater to every audience under the sun. This will only result in a mediocre game for everyone and we all lose out. They should have just stuck to their guns and made the game.
We absolutely want those hardcore players.
No. No you do not.
Lecture modes like Blitz. It's something nobody's ever done before.
I wonder why. Now I'm going to have another whole video dedicated to talking about the new game mode.
I like that we're taking a risk.
Yeah, and look how well that turned out for 343. Yeah.
The battle's never over till it's over.
Actually, it is over when it's over. What does that even mean? I think you just misquoted a famous phrase.
If I'm in the mood for a fast game, I can jump into Stronghold.
If Stronghold is fast, wouldn't Blitz act in the same fast pace with just less units being able to be built in Blitz? It just seems like a toned down version of Stronghold. Am I missing something? On a side note, I really enjoy the music in this video, so hopefully that'll carry on into the game. As I've said, I've left some stuff out about Blitz. I'd like to dedicate a whole video to that, otherwise this would get too long. Now I'd like to get your input on what you think of the Vidoc. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching and consider subscribing so that you don't miss an upload. Cheers. In before Apple Clutter just re-uploads the Halo Wars 2 Vidoc,